Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your general tarot reading and forecast for the 4th week of May. And believe me, you Capricorn, what are cards you having for this week? Wow. I just shuffled them and you have quite a number of major arcanas over here, and some of them, like Tower, you have it twice. You have a Hangman, you have a Devil over here, you have an Empress, you have a Sun. It's very strong messages, very strong energies coming for you this 4th week of May, Capricorn, for you. So let me just very quickly explain. This is the crowning energy of the week. Those three to serve as additional narrative. This is about the finance, job, potentially own business, where this story talking about relationships. This is about the potential obstacles, potential opportunities, the best way of approach. This is additional commentary that I'm going to look at the very end of this reading. So the crowning energy for this week, you have a Hangman. And the feeling that I'm getting, the life is happening around you, and you decided to withdraw yourself from that life. You decided to go inwards and observe and detach. It's almost like whatever is happening is not happening to you. So you chose that kind of way of being. And Hangman is also about going inwards in order to find the way and kind of think things through in order to find the way out as well. So this is very strong energy over here. And this energy is almost like, I know I said this is a crowning energy, but sometimes it's just a crowning energy and then there are other messages. But this particular card is just almost emanating through the entirety of this reading, and it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things are happening, and then you are there, kind of in that state. So basically, let's start from the finance and career. So we have an Empress here, and you have a 9 of Wands over here. So, for some of you, it's you might be if you have some kind of idea, what is it that you would like to do, if you have some kind of project, if you would like to become more creative, or you have, it's not necessarily being creative, but being more expansive and kind of looking towards the future, you might be afraid that you are not be able to handle your own plans. But for some of you as well, this is to do that in your work environment, there's someone who is overbearing and is putting more and more and more and more and more and more on your plate, and you don't know, you kind of might be at the breaking point and you don't know how to actually articulate, well, I am having quite a lot right now and it's very difficult for me to juggle. But this is kind of both ways. So this is a general reading, but what I'm getting for one is like almost somebody is putting this very strong this expectation on you and to deliver and doing X, Y, Z, and you don't have at the given time capacity of doing it. So it's all about actually saying and addressing it. And if it's to do with the finance also, you have to say that, well, actually finances are limited. So this is about saying how things are. And there's nothing wrong with it, and there's not going to be like uber major consequences to it. It's about you standing up and speaking your truth, basically. Those two, they're talking about relations and relationships, and sometimes we have the relationships with money and our jobs. And Pentacles in particular talking about the finance, they're talking about managing to things, juggling things, and Tower. As you can see, there's a duality over here as well, because you have it male and female. This thing is happening to them because the Tower is being struck by the lightning. So in area of your relationship, that may be to do with your job, but also money might be the issue where that are not helping the relationship, and maybe there's some kind of argument going around money, or money not being spent in the right way, and then people that argued about within the existing relationship about the money. Or if you're looking for a new relationship, or you're single and you're juggling two people at least at one time, this is not going to turn up well. So if you choose one, because this might turn up in tears. So this is overall message. So you have to choose one thing over another, or if you're in an existing relationship, it's the money seems to be the reason for the misunderstanding and causing the disagreement. And like I mentioned, you have it twice, and within those three cards that's serving as a narrative for this reading, you have a Tower, you have a Devil, and you have Five of Swords. And Tower and Devil, they're very strong cards within the self. They're very strong cards. You see, this Five wants to get away. The message goes, there are certain things in your life that are not longer serving you, even though they're not longer serving you, and time after time, life is telling you, Capricorn, to let it go. You don't know how to let it go of it, and then you get yourself in the same position over and over again. And it's up to you to make that decision. It's almost there's a number of themes running in your life, and this theme that you don't, some of those things you don't really recognize, you don't see. Some of them you're kind of more aware, but some of them you're not aware at all. And this reading is to remind you about those things that are running your life in the background, and you have a choice, and it's up to you how you choose to walk away, or you choose to come back to the same thing over and over again, because this is not serving you, and yet even though it's not good for you, going back to it. So this is for you. And I also notice you have there's a quite predominant number. You have a Two of Fives over here, and Five is all about the change. You see, in this particular deck, it's Five is representing, let's say, a conflict, battling things out, but also Five in general is representing a change. Long-term change in our lives, like profound changes in our lives. So it's about, and those changes, they're not necessarily easy, so it's about allowing those changes to come through. So that's the message that's coming through as well with this one. So in terms of best possible, in terms of obstacles, I don't see. The only obstacle that you might be too self-focused, too selfish, too self-absorbed. That might be the obstacle over here for you. Not seeing things for what they are. They say that sometimes, we cannot see the trees from the woods. Yeah. So this is all about this. Opportunity over here. Opportunity here is for you to believe in yourself. It's interesting, because this one is telling you you might be too selfish, and then the opportunities might be you believe in yourself. But this is if you are. But I think being selfish, I think this is kind of relating more to the relationships that you're forming with others, because this is talking about your job, finance, something else. So whatever competition you might be facing, it's about believing in yourself and standing your ground. And the best possible approach, if this is too much for you for whatever reason, and this Hangman is about to withdrawal and going inner, so it's confirming that maybe it's time to take a little bit time off and take it easy. So what is the additional commentary over here? Ooh. If you are seeking the higher power, if you're seeking a purpose in your life, this is the right time to do it. And maybe that's why you have those two cards over here, talking about seeing the pattern. And if you're going to choose to go and see someone in whichever, if that's going to be a therapist, or you're going to do for some kind of sort of healing, the indication here is it's the right thing to do. Go for it. It's a very interesting reading, very strong reading here. So I hope you find it useful at least. I hope it resonated with you in some way. I would like to say thank you for tuning in, and much love to all of you out there.